everybody. So this Jenn at Work this week is a special one. We're talking about a jewel of San Clemente, Casa Romantica. It's been an uphill battle for the nearly 100-year-old cultural center after the biggest landslide in its history. So we're checking in on the progress after 1 year's worth of very hard work.
Hi.
From the entrance to the courtyard, you would never guess anything happened.
Across the courtyard, which we'll go into later, is our art gallery.
Art not the only thing on display here at Casa Romantica, a generation's worth of history.
As we walk over there, you can see we have the original badminton court that's on the ground from the Jenn family.
And for more than a year, no one has seen any of it. That's because half of Casa Romantica has been off limits since last April.
It's shocking.
It slid into our building. The Casa Romantica, with its history, it's devastating, really, because I don't know whether there's a way back for them.
It was the most surreal thing I've ever seen. It literally went down, almost like watching a dirt elevator. I was up in the front office and someone came up and said, "It's happening." And we stood on the bridge and we watched it kind of go down, and it moved slowly. And then there was kind of a puff of dust, and that was it.
Just like that, the garden, the amphitheater, months, even years worth of planned weddings, concerts, celebrations, gone.
We lost close to $1 million in assets that just had to be written off because they're down the hill somewhere. In about 6 weeks, we refunded over $400,000.
Full refunds to all the weddings that were booked, 30% of Casa Romantica's budget. And with no venue to fundraise, how do you make that up? Well, this is their home, their casa. And where the ground couldn't offer support, the community did, with art shows, dance classes, fundraisers here and there, remarkably making up nearly all the money lost to the landslide.
Despite the hard stuff, gosh, I don't ever tear up. Despite the hard stuff, despite all the loss, despite people not understanding or battling the fact of letting people know that we're still open, the community's been amazing.
Yeah.
The city's been amazing.
For the last year, construction crews have been out here every day.
They removed all the dirt, so that's why you see the dirt so much lower than here. And when it's all put back together, it'll be at this level. So that's the magnitude of what they've done so far.
But each day it rains, one of the rainiest years we've seen. The tarp goes up and they lose 4 days of work. This hillside has felt more like a mountain, and they're about 2/3 complete. Keep in mind, this was the biggest landslide in its 100-year history. And now there are tiebacks and steel rods and drains to make sure it never happens again.
By the time that's all done, it's going to be restored to what it was before.
Yes.
It'll look better than it was before.
Yeah. And we've got big plans. Our mantra for this whole year: resilient, grateful, and hopeful.
And today I'm happy to be a small part of Casa's comeback.
So this wouldn't be Jenn at Work without me doing some work, and I'm doing my part to contribute to the makeover of Casa Romantica. This is exciting. I'm planting a plant.
Woohoo! So this is a Cornelia plant. They have this high contrast and unique texture, so it already will add like an interest to this garden. Do you garden on your own?
Absolutely not.
What you want to do is you want to massage the roots a little bit. You can break them apart. Just get in there and rip them apart and break them apart.
Like this?
Yes. And then you can stick it in there.
Oh, wow, look at this, guys.
Yes, we made you your own sign.
Ever embossed in Casa Romantica.
A place forever embossed in Southern California.
Well, Jackie and Kylie, normally I usually get a grade for the work that I do here at Jenn at Work, but I'm going to give you guys a grade A+ for everything that you mean to the community. Thank you so much, and congratulations on a year of hard work and to many more years of success.
And they'll get there. I didn't know this, but Casa Romantica is almost entirely run by volunteers. There are 100 of them and 12 very hard-working staff members. At the same time the landslide happened, they actually lost their executive director. So both of the women who you just saw had to step in and fill that role, you know, dually. So one thing that hasn't changed, though, is Casa Romantica's incredible views, and there are still some spots in the property that can be used for smaller weddings, believe it or not, and they come at a discount. So check their website.
That's good stuff.
Yeah.